We're going to get now to Eric King again, who is in Prospect. Eric, a lot of cleanup there to be done. Tell us a bit about what you've been seeing this morning. You've been out there for a couple hours now.
Yeah, a lot of cleanup to be done and a lot of people that are willing to do it. And you're right, we've seen a lot of damage, but we've also seen a lot of power crews already out and about. You know, it's fascinating because we work very hard every day to give you a glimpse into the lives of the people we cover. But I think we can all agree that there's a level that becomes just extreme. When you see damage like this, we're taking you inside someone's home in the worst possible way. I want to fixate your eyes on the top of this house. I'm shining a light on it right now. The roof of this house collapsed on itself. And that's in addition to all the additional damage that you see. You see insulation spread about the second floor on the outside. You see just a lot of debris, I guess you'll call it, but it's hard to use the word debris because you're referring to things that are important to people's lives. I want to take you back to some video that we shot yesterday, just after the storms passed through. This is still here in the same area of Prospect, Huntington Creek Estate subdivision to be specific, but just a couple of blocks away from where I'm standing over on Charlotte Court. That storm was so powerful, it took parts of the roof off of that house, blew it across the street into the neighbor's yard. You can see an air duct hanging from a tree and insulation there all over the place as well. The homeowner, his name was Robert Burt. Just the way these things time out, it's worth pointing out that he says he and his family just finished remodeling that home about a year ago.
So nice, just the way we liked it. And then we were just cleaning up the yard and get rid of brush and got starting to do the outside landscaping. And right before the storm, I looked over the back and I went, oh, it looks so nice and clean now. Well, that's gone.
And it's worth pointing out the privilege of talking about remodeling damage and not injuries or deaths. That's the real benefit here. I want to fix your eyes on this also, the number of power outages that exist right now. I've mentioned that we've seen a number of power crews that are here in the area working right now. In fact, they're in my eye line. I won't spin the camera around just because the shot's not very clear and you wouldn't be able to see it. But we mentioned a lot of work needs to be done out here, but there's no shortage of people who are willing to do it. And Grace, as we send it back to you, I'll tell you, one of the things that we always talk about is these realities, how willing people are to come out and help, because the reality of this morning, as you well know, was vastly different than yesterday morning.
All right, Eric, thank you. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of people, a lot of help, and we know that we will be there all throughout the morning. We appreciate you. Back with you here in about 30 minutes. We'll let you know as well that today Mayor Craig Greenberg will join Anchorage Middletown fire officials for an update on the damage caused by yesterday's line of storms. So far, Mayor Greenberg has said the damage does look consistent with the tornado.
The bulk of the damage that we're aware of at this time, again, is in the Prospect neighborhood. It appears that the damage started in the Beachland Beach area right there along the Ohio River, moved south and east just to the side of the Sutherland neighborhood, and also then crossed US 42 into the Hunting Creek neighborhood.
As of now, no injuries or deaths have been reported in Louisville, and that is certainly the good news. The mayor declared a state of emergency to help free up resources for cleanup. Greenberg also says the governor will be in the area to survey damage. Head of the Louisville National Weather Service, John Gordon, says the possible tornadoes could eventually even be rated an EF2 or an EF3.
Do we have something higher than a 1? We'll find out. We're going to be out looking at a lot of damage. The stuff this morning does not surprise me. It was 0s and 1s. The stuff this afternoon and early evening, it's possible. These are ones where you can get much higher numbers, 1s, 2s, and 3s. And, the clouds came and stayed longer, which was good. And that may have actually kept the intensity down. Once that sun came out, Doug, I knew we were screwed.
So before they get to Louisville, to the Prospect area, the National Weather Service plans to start their surveys in southern Indiana today. That is where Jim Stratman is in Jeffersonville. Jim, one of several neighborhoods there with some pretty serious damage.
The yards here along Sunday. This is the roots that were pulled up because of the wind yesterday, because of the storms that came through. Now, and this thing towers even above that base of this tree that was ripped up. All of those. It was such a strong storm. The fact that nobody has been reported as having any deaths at this point, only 10 injuries associated with these storms, according to state officials, that is something that they're very grateful for. But the reality, we talked about this too over in Prospect, the cleanup effort is going to take a long time because this is a very serious situation. I want to start you out with that we took east connecting the area. We're here in Jeffersonville, Indiana. See the wind strong.
All right. Hey, Jim, we are going to come back to you here in a minute. We're having some issues with your mic. Understandably, service is a little weird here this morning. Jim was going to mention, though, that overnight Mayor Mike Moore posted on Facebook saying that the Brook Hollow Court neighborhoods were all the hardest hit. This is some of the video as well from Boulder Creek. Our crews saw roofs and siding ripped clean off of homes. Trees were brought down. And then amid all of the chaos, people just kind of trying to figure out what comes next. They managed to avoid disaster as well, looking for help for one another. So here is some information as well for you for the Red Cross and for the street department if you need it. There's a family displacement center at Fire Department Station 4. We're going to bring you all of this information here again. It's got online for us as well. We'll note that all of this comes as today marks 50 years since the most violent tornado outbreak ever recorded hit our country. 148 tornadoes were confirmed in 13 states, including Kentucky and Indiana. Today, Mayor Greenberg will join former Louisville Mayor Harvey Sloan to commemorate the event. Sloan had been Louisville's mayor 4 months to the day when an EF4 tornado barreled through the city. 2 people died, 200 others were hurt. That ceremony is set for 10 this morning at Metro Hall. And a memorial ceremony will honor the 31 people killed and 150 others hurt when an EF5 tornado from that same supercell struck Brandenburg. Survivors from that day will be featured during the event, which is at First Baptist Church at 4 this afternoon. We here at WHAS11 are also reflecting on the deadly outbreak. Our team has been hard at work putting together 74 Tornado 50 years later. It's a special presentation showcasing how the tornadoes changed hundreds of thousands of lives in Kentuckiana. And you can catch that right here on WHAS11 at 3:30.